Hi folks, Matt here from Zulu Bravo Kydex. I just want to shoot a quick video today and talk to you a little bit about these particular knives and some sheaths I made recently and some of the mounting options. So this is the Field Action, which is a knife from Three Rivers Manufacturing, which is a sister company to Halpern Titanium. I believe these are CPM 154. It's just a real nice mid-size fixed blade. It's a fairly neutral handle, feels good in a variety of grips. It's got a real heavy stonewash on it, mild recurve, and the ground well for a general use knife. This particular example has natural micarta. Here's one in green and black G10. So I did a small run of these sheaths recently for Three Rivers, and I want to talk to you a little bit about some of the mounting options. I've got 10 sheaths here, all with different belt mounts on them, and I wanted to go through them and show just some of the different ways that these can be set up. So these sheaths are made out of black carbon fiber Holstex. I use 093 for most of my sheaths. You can see here a little bit of the edge polish that's coming through. And any of the sheaths that I make have a no rattle, no wiggle fit. I talk about this a lot, and it's something that's really hard to convey in pictures, but if we can see here, there's no play back and forth, side to side, or in and out. There's no rattle. But when we go to draw, knife comes right out. And it's a little harder to do with the recurve, but you'll notice sheath drops in. It's a little informal test I like to do with a lot of my sheaths. Yeah, there's that recurve. But it'll drop in, a little extra pressure gets it to lock in. You notice we're cut back to allow a full grip. So let's go ahead and talk about outside the waistband options. This is actually one of my favorite options, and I set up a lot of knives and a lot of my own knives this way. Using this polka dot loop, it can wrap around the belt to fit just next to the belt buckle, just a little bit left or right of the belt buckle, and makes for a nice concealable option that is accessible to either hand. It's easy to draw with this hand or in reverse grip with the other hand. Here's a sheath set up with a large tech lock. There's that recurve again. There we go. You can see again, got no play in and out. No rattle at the tip, no play. None back here. And again, knife comes right out. So again, there's an option there with the tech lock. Here is one that's set up for a mini tech lock instead. Tech locks don't seem like they're in quite as much use as they used to be, but they're still a nice option for, especially for a convenient on-off. And one nice thing is both the mini and large tech locks can work with MOLLE. You can just slip that right through a MOLLE loop, snap it down, and gives you a nice, quick option for putting the knife on and off. This particular sheath is also set up with a mini tech lock, but it's set up for horizontal carry. This is going to have a little bit more standoff from the belt. And something like the polka dot loop, it won't be quite as concealable, but again, it's a nice on-off option. Then you can also use these excuse me, these Malice Clips work pretty well as well for, again, being able to slip through MOLLE. You see some people will put these on the belt. I don't prefer that as much, but again, it's another nice option if you're wanting to put these on any kind of armor or bag or belt that has any kind of MOLLE straps. Then if we take a look at inside the waistband options, Here's one with a pull the dot loop. Again, no rattle. You can hear the loop a little bit there, but no rattle of the knife in and out. But once we get a little bit of tension going, it comes right out, flies out. So, pull the dot loop here. Again, kind of a traditional inside the waistband option, but it works well. This method really tends to work better with longer bladed knives than shorter bladed knives, because if we get too short, there's so little mass below the belt that most of the mass is in the handle, and what you'll have happen is the handle wants to tip out. If you've ever carried a real short gun, like a 26 or something else that's probably under about 3.5 inches, inside the waistband, there's some special considerations that you need to keep the knife from tipping out. So really having something in this 4-inch range is a nice size to be able to carry inside the waistband on a loop. Another option that I actually use a lot, if you've seen my little fruit knives that I sheathe, is just a static cord. It's just a loop of cord. This is using paracord, and you can either loop this around a belt loop or around the belt itself. And again, it just makes for a very convenient option for being able to drop this inside the waistband. It can move with you, shift a little bit through the day, and again, just a real comfortable option. Here's one set up with a Spyderco G-clip. My friend Mike Sastre had a hand in setting these up and designing them, and this is a clip that works really, really well. It can even work with sweatpants if you don't want to use a regular belt. Then here's a couple of options with some Raven concealment hardware. This is using, I've got these screws on a little bit loose. This is using a strut and pull the dot loop. And this is using an overhook, which is one of my favorite attachments for knives. So, again, just another option. There's all kinds of other inside the waistband clips and such that you can use. This is just a selection of 10 different ones that I had handy. But we've got hole spacing here that'll work both. It's set up for a large tech lock and a small tech lock. So again, basically any mounting hardware or attachments on the market should be able to fit these. Anyways, if you haven't, check me out Zulu Bravo Kydex on Instagram and Facebook, and check out Halpern Titanium and 3 Rivers Manufacturing. Thanks.